Hi lovelies, and welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda's channel. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, to those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's dive in into today's video. So lovely. So I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys where this lady and her son is actually going viral, because her son asked mom why is it that she is still asking for a child support from his dad, despite the fact that the mom have all of the wealth in this world. And this got people reacting, and I was able to put up some of those stitches. I'm just going to roll in here, as well as some of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
This boy just asked me, why do I have his daddy on child support? I could do all that on my own. He doing bad. Do you have anything to say for yourself? As we walk in the grocery store to get him some food, why don't I have his daddy on child support? These kids are something else.
If his dad can't afford child support, why don't he go live with his dad? Or at 16, why doesn't he just go get a little part-time job to help you out? Why? See, this is why the women are starting to back away from the men, because they have this mentality of just get it yourself. But I want to be in your presence and I want to sleep with you. Get it yourself, but I want to be in your presence. I want to sleep with you. See, so your son is on his way to being one of those guys. And he's on his way to being one of those guys in the future that's going to have kids and not want to do anything for them, or say it costs too much. Yeah, kids cost a lot. This is why I'm a fan of women dropping those kids off on the daddy. Drop them off on the daddy. You ain't got to worry about child support, sir. Because trust me, when you finish grinding, child support is going to look like Mickey Mouse to you. It's going to look like a piece of cake. It's way more expensive to have that kid with you. And they know that. They don't want to pay anything. That's what the thing is. And a lot of them have that mentality like Offset, where they really just gave you the baby to park you and go want to be free and keep all their money. But I would advise you to start training your son on how to work and how to do, because I'm telling my nieces, ain't gonna be no babysitting over here, and ain't gonna be dropping no babies off. And y'all like that, this generation like that soft life, talking about we don't work and this and that. Then you better tighten it up. If you know what I mean, tighten it up, because nobody is gonna be taking care of no babies. As it is, the older people can't retire. And so since the men have checked out of the family structure and decided that they don't want to provide, then they can't be dumping their babies off on other people to make them provide. You got to tighten him up now at this age. He has to tighten up. He needs to start getting a summer job and paying for what he needs. And the way these kids can make money on social media and doing little things that we didn't have in the 80s, he can find a little hustle if he want to help his dad, or if he want to move in with his dad to cut that child support. Then how about that?
Because your daddy made a baby, and just because you're going through rough times does not mean you don't support your child that you made with someone. If you did want to pay child support, your daddy should have made the baby.
So I seen this video on my FYP of this mother who was going through the supermarket with her son, and her son asked her mother, why you put my dad on child support? You got plenty of jobs, this, that, and the third, you make plenty of money, you pay all the bills, what you need his money for? Essentially, in my opinion, shading his mother. And if the mother's watching this, drop that little bastard to his father's, drop him off and see if his father is going to want to take care of him and make sacrifices like you're doing. And then he's going to soon realize real quick and real fast that father don't love him as much as his mother loves him. And that's something I wish my mother did, because growing up I used to resent my mom something serious. because at the time I was confused. My dad was abusive, he was a drunk, but I didn't see nothing wrong with him, I guess. I don't know, maybe it's because of PTSD, psychological manipulation, I don't know. Even after everything my father did to me and did not do for me, I somehow always blame my mom for everything. And I regret that. I regret that holistically. So ladies, if your grown-ass son ever walks up to you and asks you, why'd you put my dad on child support? Why'd you do this to him? Drop his little ass off. Drop his little ungrateful ass off. And then find out what happened.
That lady whose son went viral in the grocery store for saying, why is my daddy on child support when you can pay for all the bills? She's going to regret every single thing she is saying to people right now. Oh, how dare you guys say that my baby daddy's a bum? With questions like that, he is. Oh, stop saying my son's gonna grow up and hate women. Y'all are just projecting your childhood traumas. He is. I see my brothers go through it. I've seen cousins go through it. Every time somebody talks about Nick Cannon, people are in the comments talking about, I only saw my dad twice a year and he was the best dad in the world. No, baby, you're a victim. These men will quite literally blame their dad abandoning them on their mother. They would never admit that they have a bad dad. You going back and forth, people, my son would never be a podcast bro. Y'all saying my son go grow up and be a podcast bro? Ma'am, he's already acting like one. Go check his search history. Go check his watch history. Bunch of women in the comments are like, listen, a lot of these boy moms, they never learn. They never learn. And I wouldn't be so mad if it wasn't going to affect other women in the future. I've seen this story before. You have men on this app today on live every single day talking about how much they hate single moms when they grew up with a single mom. The cycle, I fear, will continue.
Listen, I don't want no fucking kids. Like, point blank, period. I don't want them. I'll be an amazing aunt. I am an amazing aunt. I'm a great cousin. You know, if my friends have kids, I'll take care of their kids. Me, I don't want no kids in my house. I barely want this shit in my house. Yeah. But anyway, so I saw the video of the lady who was at the grocery store with her son and grown-ass son. And the grown-ass son is like, why is my dad paying child support? You can do it by yourself. Like I said, I don't want no fucking kids. But if by the off chance I get with somebody, just happen to have a kid, right, and me and the man don't work out for whatever fucking reason, and the kid, I'm raising this kid up until he's in his teenage years, right, and he's talking about, why is my daddy on child support? You can do it by yourself. I would swaddle his big ass in a fucking blanket, tape the child support check to his chest, and drop him on his daddy's doorstep. And attached to the child support check is a note, basically being like, you know what, you don't have to worry about sending me a child support check any longer, because this is your son, your big grown ass son, and clearly he feels some type of way about the child support, whatever. Now he can live with you full time. I will pay you the child support. I will pay you 120% of the child support if that means that big grown ass kid isn't in my fucking house no more. So now I can be the single parent. I can be the childless parent that men like to do, okay? I can go out, I can travel, I don't have to worry about this shit. All I gotta do is send a check every month and you take care of the rest, period. I don't understand why y'all don't be dropping them kids off at the dad's house. Sometimes these kids, especially them boys, the boys that are teenagers that, you know, are now in this incel podcast loop that y'all don't seem to monitor your kids and make sure that they don't get to, they need to feel it. They need to see it. Those who can't hear must feel. So I would drop him off at his daddy's house so that he can be with his daddy. So he don't have to worry about the daddy sending a check to me. He can live with his daddy. And then what the fuck do you think is going to happen? That man don't want his kid. If he wanted his kid, he would have gone to court and fought for joint custody or sole custody. All these child support arguments, there was a guy on Twitter a couple of days ago that was like, I wonder if I should tell my 13-year-old daughter how much I send monthly in child support checks. Again, people are asking. I asked him, I said, so what is the goal there? Why do you want your child to know about the amount of money you're sending over there? He's talking about, oh, you know, I'm an active parent, I'm a this, that, the third. He's answering every other question except what is the main goal. Then he gonna say he's retired, I think, from the military. So then I'm commenting, I'm like, great. So it sounds like you got free time to get full custody and have that child live with you. didn't respond. These men complain about the money but don't want to do the work to avoid the money. The only way to avoid the child support money is to go to court and fight for custody. Go do it. Go do it. But they're not going to do it. They're not going to go to court because they don't want the child in their fucking house. And unfortunately, again, this is me, childless person, you know, childless person looking in. They don't want full custody. Men want the freedom of, you know, going in and out, especially if they have a thing for the mama. Now, when my parents divorced, my dad paid child support. It's 4 kids up until the youngest turned 18, and it was done. When because he's a pilot, when he's retired now. When he was in town, we went to his house and we stayed. Then when it's time for him to go to work, we go back to the mom's house. So we had shared custody. It was agreed upon by the court. It wasn't, you know, I'm sure, I don't know the full details of it, but that's what the court decided, and that's what we did up until, you know, I was in like college. And it's like, okay, I don't have to do this anymore. I can have my own apartment. I can do all this. Reeling it in. If your teenage child is like, why does daddy pay so much child support? Because the daddy is telling him about that child support, or her. Why does daddy have to pay some more? I'll be like, you know what? Call your daddy and tell him to come pick you up. Tell him I will no longer ask for a child support check as long as you come pick them up and let them stay with you full time. And see how that happens. It is tale as old as time. These men they don't want to be a full-time parent, and they also don't want to pay. They want to be scot-free. They want to be able to come in and out of people's lives, whether or not, you know, he has a desire for the mama. That's it. You over there on the phone, kiki and be like, why he just tell me this, that, the third? Girl, cut that camera off. Drop all of his groceries back on the shelves and drive him straight to his daddy's house. Drop him off and tell the dad, don't worry about child support. Here's your kid. That's it. He's old enough, the child is old enough now when he goes to stay with his daddy to really know what the fuck is up.
So lovelies, this young lady has actually been going viral on TikTok. Herself and her son inclusive have been going viral on TikTok. You know, they went for shopping and all of that. And the son was asking, you know, the mom, why is it that she is still asking his own dad for child support? Since she's well-to-do, you know, she has all the financial capability to take care of him alone. So why is it that, you know, he's still asking for a child support? And this spiked the whole of internet reacting. Like, why would he ask such a question? A lot of people are even suggesting that the woman should send back his son to his father. Why this father pays the child support, so that the man will actually, so that the son will understand the reason why, you know, she wants to keep on asking for the child support. You know, some people were like, this is a bad sign that he might end up, you know, growing up not liking women, you know, growing up dissenting enough women and all of that, and he might probably become something to his partner and try to see it as, okay, women are exploiting. Even if they are well-to-do, they still want to exploit their, you know, male counterpart and all of that. Then some people were like, okay, you are supposed to send this dude back to his father so that the father can raise him. Then probably you as the woman will be sending the child support so that this guy can understand what it means to be a woman and a mother who takes care of a grown-up man like him. Like, when I saw this video, you know how it is, I was like, I just, you know, picked interest on it. But the fact that this is actually what has been going on in a lot of families and all of that, some of these men, you know, we just have to brainwash their kids, making them believe that, oh, your mom is so wicked, she's so rich and she's still asking money from me. They are just trying to weaponize these children. I don't understand. Why would he even thought of that if the father had nothing, to do with it? Like, a lot of people were like telling her to, I think I still, I'm in support of it, so that this boy, we actually understand the reason, like we understand what life is all about. Life is not all of that rosy. The mom, being successful and all of that is not because she sat around and was waiting for, she asking does not really mean that, she cannot take care of you. As you can see, even the child support, nobody knows how much is it. And the way at which this child support of a thing is being all over the social media, a lot of women are even complaining that the money is just a small amount of money. You can't even compare the money with the way at which you take care of a grown-up person. So people were like, okay, let this dude go back to his father. Why the mother, pays the child support? Sometimes a lot of men, some men, probably think that because maybe they're sending child support, they are fulfilling the duties of parenting or something. Like, I believe it's actually not about the child support or the money. Seriously, I believe it's not all about it. I want to make emphasis with a video that I staged one time about a particular celebrity that have about 8 baby mamas, and he went ahead to grant this interview, and he was like, all of my baby mamas do not even live like baby mama. I take care of them, I feed the bills of the kids, I blah blah blah. He's even wealthy, with 8 baby mamas. He talked about how he pays all their bills and all of that. But these men, forget that it's not even all about paying the bills. Are you in this child's life? Are you taking care of this child? Like the school runs, are you there for the school runs? Are you going for meetings for this child? Like, there are so many things involved in raising a human being, apart from the child support you feel that you are paying. I think it's Sean, his name is Sean, he's talking about how, oh my God, not that he won't have 8 baby mamas and he's a 14 or how many whatever children that he has. The thing is that he is still looking for someone to get married to. You are not in the life of these baby mama's children. You're not in the life of your children. And you are still clamoring on how to get married again with another fresh woman that will still bear a children, that will still bear kids for you. Like, I don't understand. Like this, some of these many things, okay, pay money if you have money and all of that. That is it. You are doing your parenting, your fatherly whatever. It's not about it. It's not about it. There are more to it. It takes dedication. Okay, just imagine both of them now are going on out for shopping and all of that. Are you there for this kid? Like, and sometimes I often, tell most of my friends, it's actually better to do this raising and parenting 50-50, even if you guys are separating. And a lot of them actually want to raise their kids by themselves, but sometimes it's actually good when you're raising for 6 months. The next 6 months should be for the man. It shouldn't be only for women and men paying child support. No, it should be like, this in a year, 6 months is for you. I pay you child support. The next month, like the next 6 months to the ending of the year, should be for this other person. Then the other person pays for child support. I think with that, some guys will be responsible for once. They won't have time roaming around and looking for girls and looking for women and all of that. Like, anyway, when I saw this video, I found it interesting. I decided to put it up here because it's just something that's going on all over the world, and I think that people just got to see. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes. I'll see lovelies when I upload the next one. Estelle, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational purposes. So please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.